Hello students, in our second unit, in the second portion corrosion, we are having another important topic. Generally, metals are facing this deterioration problem, that is corrosion. How can we overcome this concept? Means there are several methods in order to overcome this corrosion of metals by different patterns. In those, by proper designing of a metallic object, by using the pure metals and alloys, and by modifying the corrosive environment. Third one, by using cathodic protection, by using corrosion inhibitors, and by applying protective coatings or paints. So these are the different methods what we are implementing in order to save a metal from the deterioration procedure, that is corrosion. So in these techniques, we are having a great importance to cathodic protection. Why? Because this concept is having great importance. Means in order to protect large metallic devices such as ships, submarines, large metallic devices, large bridges, etc., we are using or choosing this method, that means cathodic protection. Generally in a corrosion reaction, it's a kind of electrochemical procedure. In the case of wet procedure, wet mechanism, if in a corrosion procedure that may be proceeded by wet mechanism, we can consider that as an electrochemical corrosion, simply galvanic corrosion. In the case of electrochemical corrosion, there is a compulsory chance of existence of anode and cathode. Generally we know that according to galvanic series, the metal which comes first in that series, when we go from top to bottom, that must behave like an anode. Okay, whenever a metal in a metallic combinations behaves like an anode, then corrosion reaction takes that means starts. Corrosion, when the corrosion procedure starts, the process continues and the metal undergoes a decaying pattern. So this cathodic protection is a somewhat a method in which we can convert a metal, that means we can convert an anodic material forcibly into a cathode in order to protect that. So this cathodic protection is nothing but the method of protection of a given metal by forcibly making it to behave like a cathode is called as a cathodic protection. Generally in a metallic object, there is, especially in the case of electrochemical corrosion, existence of anode and cathodic zones are there. If we convert an anodic zone forcibly as a cathode, we can save that metal. So this is the method what we are implementing in order to protect large metallic devices. That means this cathodic protection is nothing but protection of a metal by corrosion just by converting its nature, that means its anodic nature, into cathode. Okay, so whenever we convert an anodic metallic portion as a cathode, the corrosion retards or the rate of corrosion decreases. So this is the main mechanism what is involving in this method. So this is a very useful technique which is used to protect large or heavy metallic devices. So this cathodic protection proceeds in two patterns. First pattern is sacrificial anodic method. So sacrificial anodic protection, sacrificial anodic method is a process in which the anodic material is forcibly converting into a form of cathode. Okay, so here an anodic sacrificial piece of metal is placed in this method, whereas impressed current technique is another cathodic protection technique in which we are obtaining this protection pattern just by following impressed current. Okay, impressed current is a kind of AC current. So here sacrificial anodic protection, this is a method in which the metal to be protected is called as a base metal. That means the large metallic or heavy metallic body what we want to protect is considering as a base metal. This base metal is connected to another anodic metal through a wire. That means along with base metal we are taking another metallic object or metallic piece which is considering as a more anodic tendency metal comparatively base metal. The anodic metal is connected to the base metal with the help of a wire. That means if we observe the inside portion of a ship, there is an arrangement or attachment of a metallic block which is having a higher anodic tendency comparatively than iron, which acts like an anode in order to protect the entire ship. So the anodic metal undergoing corrosion slowly while the base metal protected. The corroded sacrificial anodic metal block is replaced again and again. When we stop the replacement of the metallic block, that means anodic metallic block, the base metal gets corroded. So in this pattern we can save large metallic bodies in a regular pattern. The commonly used anodic metals along with iron are magnesium, zinc, aluminum, and their corresponding alloys are considering as anodic metals. Generally in most of the large metallic or heavy metallic bodies, iron is considering as base metal. So like this is the base metal and this is the anodic metallic block. This block is connected to the large metallic object through the help of a wire. So sacrificial anodic method is used to produce marine structure, to protect marine structures like ship hulls, submarines, etc. The sacrificial anodic metal undergoes a corrosion, leaving the base metal protected. So this is the base metal, sacrificial anodic metal, which is linked to the base metal with the help of a wire, and this metal gets corroded than that of base metal according to the anodic tendency. So we are arranging the small metallic block in a pattern in order to corrode previously than that of the base metal. Okay, so this is the main mechanism or main process what we are implementing here. Protection of buried pipelines and underground cables, water tanks are also can be implemented by this technique. According to galvanic series, a small piece of sacrificial anodic metal is connected to the base metal through the wire. The anodic metal undergoing corrosion and is replaced from time to time. In a regular pattern, if we replace the anodic metal, until we replace the anodic metal, the base metal gets protected. Okay, the second technique is impressed current method. This is also very important technique. In this method we can protect buried underground pipelines, underground power lines, etc. So in this method an impressed current is nothing but this is a current quantity which is more than that of the corrosion currents. Whenever some large metallic objects are buried underground, then they are having a capability to produce corrosion currents. That means whenever corrosion happens in between two different metallic objects, then there is a chance to generate a current form which is calling as a corrosion current. This corrosion current is somewhat in lower pattern in this method. That means we are supplying a current quantity which must be a slight excess than that of corrosion current, which is applied in the opposite direction to nullify the corrosion current, producing the reverse cell reaction. Generally in the corrosion of a metallic object we are obtaining a case of corrosion current. So in this pattern we are producing a current quantity which must be higher than that of the corrosion current in opposite direction in order to nullify or in order to convert as a zero value of this corrosion current. Whenever the corrosion current value gets zero, the reaction retards. That means the corrosion doesn't happen. That's why the metal can be protected. Thus the anodic corroding metals become cathodic and gets free from corrosion. Okay, here impressed current is produced from a battery or rectified AC line. We are producing an excess quantity of current than that of corrosion current just by means of or just by utilizing a rectified AC line or a battery. The anode is usually insoluble anodic materials such as graphite, high silica iron, scrap iron, stainless steel and platinum, etc. These type of materials are using as anodic materials. This is the representation of impressed current method. Usually the insoluble anode kept in a backfill is nothing but it's a box representation which is stuffed with some material such as here backfill gypsum. Just by using we are filling gypsum material composed of gypsum and coke etc, so as to increase the electrical contact with the surrounding soil. Just we have buried somewhat a metallic device inside the earth in order to protect this metallic device with its adjacent surrounding the soil electrical contact. We want to place this metallic device in a backfill. The impressed current cathodic protection is used in the case of is applied to open water box coolers, water tanks, buried water pipelines, condensers, transmission lines, line towers, marine pipes etc. This type of protection is somewhat useful, more useful for large structures which are used for long time. That means long time buried pipelines, buried power lines, buried power boxes or transmission lines can be saved by this kind of impressed current technique. This impressed current technique is also having some limitations or disadvantages. Disadvantages of cathodic protection are, due to cathodic protection, metals stray currents are producing which will cause and increase the corrosion of adjacent pipelines. So stray currents, this is not so stray currents are nothing but whenever more than two metallic objects are placed adjacent with one another in underground, because of the contact of metallic objects some current quantities are generating, those are calling as stray currents. Due to stray currents generation, corrosion may happen. Again, corrosion reaction may chance to take place.